When I was younger, I was really addicted to sugar. I mean, it was a type of addiction where I literally wouldn't want to eat anything else but processed sugary foods. I'd sometimes get like a packet of 5 baked cookies from Tesco's, and 9 times out of 10, I was eating the whole bag. Whenever we were out somewhere, I'd always try to find a way to get some kind of sugary drink or snack. My addiction was so bad that even 70% dark chocolate tasted like pure bitter dirt. Fast forward to now, and I have reprogrammed my taste buds and my mind so much that I can't eat any dark chocolate lower than 90% without it being way too sweet. I'm refined sugar free, and I literally get hungover from eating sugar and processed foods. So this is my step-to-step guide on how you can do the same and finally take control of your addiction. Did you know that scientific research has revealed sugar to be more addictive than drugs? Some lab studies using rats found that they were more likely to choose the sugar than cocaine, literally showing how strong the brain's response to sugar is, stronger than drugs. This really is a powerful way to show how big the effect sugar has on our brains. When we eat sugar, sugar spikes dopamine, which is the same reward chemical involved in addiction. The more often you eat it, the more your brain starts expecting it, and the higher your tolerance will be, the more sugar you'll need to eat to satisfy and get that same dopamine release. So this is why when you try to just quit and all of a sudden remove all the sugar in your life, your brain goes into panic mode. You get really intense cravings, headaches, irritability, and that's not a lack of dopamine. It's not a weakness. It's your body going through withdrawal. Sorry, there's like a really noisy truck outside of my house right now. The next problem that most people face is that they quit sugar the wrong way. Most people try to quit eating sugar through one of 3 things: cutting it out completely, replacing it with artificial sugars, or being good or weak and then binging on the weekend or having a cheat day on the weekend. All these 3 keep you in a cycle. Completely cutting it out will give you really intense, strong cravings and withdrawal symptoms, which will make it even harder to maintain. Replacing it with sweeteners, although good in the short term, still keep the brain addicted to that sweetness. And obviously through restriction and then allowing yourself to binge on the weekends, you're going to keep spiraling in that guilt and overeating and binging loop. The goal isn't to be absolutely 100% zero sugar 100% of the time. It's to no longer be controlled by it and be intentional with it. Now I'm going to be giving you the actual 3 steps to reset your sugar addiction that actually work. The first step is stabilizing your blood sugar. Cravings pretty much disappear if your blood sugar is stable. Most of the time, the reason why the moment you eat something sugary, you keep craving more and more is because you're spiking your dopamine levels and you're spiking your blood sugar. So by stabilizing this, ensuring every meal has protein, fiber, fats, especially your breakfast, your cravings will disappear. Some examples of what you could have for breakfast are eggs, vegetables and avocado, Greek yogurt, berries, seeds, or even oats with protein powder and nut butter. But when you start to eat like this, your body will stop screaming and having those cravings for sugar randomly at 3 p.m. And you'll stop experiencing these energy crashes throughout the day, which give you an excuse to reach for sugary things as a boost of energy. Step 2 is reduce the taste of sweetness. Your taste buds over time will adapt to what tastes normal for them. So what might taste normal now and not so sweet now will taste extremely sweet later once your taste buds have adapted to no longer having that constant intake of sugar. So try to swap that sweet taste with things like dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate, or fruit instead of cake, or having strawberries covered in cinnamon instead of sugar. Finding these natural alternatives won't put your body straight into this stressful state. You're making gradual changes to your diet rather than going completely cold turkey and putting your brain into survival mode. This is retraining your brain and rewiring your brain without triggering this deprivation state. Step 3, arguably the most important step, is finding alternative for things you love. Once you realize that you could literally bake the things you love yourself using natural whole ingredients and without adding refined sugar, finding good replacements, you start to realize, why would I have the full sugar unhealthy banana bread if I can make my own healthy banana bread at home that is refined sugar free, gluten free, dairy free, and makes me feel good? I mean, I don't know about you, but there's just no point eating that really sugary processed version. So experiment with recipes, try out other people's recipes, find different fruits you love or dark chocolate brands you love, experiment with different healthier sweeteners such as maple syrup, agave, coconut sugar. During that transitional phase, allowing yourself to have some of these natural sweeteners is okay, because ultimately they are better than refined sugar. However, in the long term, you want to even be able to limit things like coconut sugar, because unfortunately, although not as inflammatory as refined sugar, they can still spike your blood sugar and have similar effects in your body as normal sugar. But just make sure that you are being intentional with it. Know what those ingredients are going to do for your body and think every time before you eat something, why am I eating this? How is my body going to feel after eating this? Remember, unplanned sugar and impulsive consumption of sugar is addictive. It becomes a habit, it becomes a cycle. But planned and intentional consumption of sugar, natural sugars, is neutral. You have control over it. So what are you ultimately going to expect within the first few days of cutting out sugar? There are side effects, because like I said, sugar is an addictive substance. So you're going to be going through withdrawal. The first few days can feel uncomfortable. Low energy, cravings, mood swings, headaches. But that's your body relearning how to use energy properly without that constant reliance on glucose. But just remember, try to support your body through it instead of fighting it off. This phase passes quickly, and just imagine all the positive effects that will come from it. Short-term pain equals long-term gain. My last thing I want to talk about is a mindset shift. Once you make sure that your body is nourished with the right nutrients, and you view every time you get to eat as an opportunity to nourish your body, sugar loses its power. It's not your priority anymore. You stop thinking about it constantly. Not because you're restricting it, but because your body simply doesn't need it. So why would you even waste eating it? Freedom around food, it doesn't come from control or restriction. It comes from that feeling of nourishment and safety, and in knowing what you are putting in your body and why you are doing it. So I hope you found this video useful, and hopefully you can start implementing these steps into your life one by one and gradually transition your body into becoming refined sugar free. So if you've been stuck in this cycle of cravings, guilt, or telling yourself you're going to start on Monday, this is your sign to do it now, because nothing is wrong with you. Your body just needs the right signals and the right habits. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.